Hi everyone, today we are doing January 2026 readings for Sagittarius. I think this is the first time I'm doing zodiac readings for my channel, and depending on the response we get, we'll see if we'll do February, March, and so on. So let's get started. Today we'll pull seven set of cards. First, we'll ask about the main theme of the month for you. The second, we'll ask about your personal life. For the third question, we'll ask about your love life. For the fourth set of cards, we'll ask about your career. For fifth, we'll ask about the spiritual attunement, which the universe, God, spirit is throwing your way. And the sixth one is how the universe will surprise you. Seventh is anything else you need to know. So I already pulled two cards. I think this is the second, actually, honestly, third attempt of me doing this reading. So you already have two cards pulled, and we'll go from there. So for your main theme of the year, I think not year, but the main thing of January really will be about changing your approach towards life. uh, it may have been more pessimistic, more glass half empty. For myself, I know I am my glass broke a long time ago kind of a person. So some of you may be like me, but I feel 2025 for those of you in my collective may have been challenging. You may have to let a few of things go. This may have been people, this may have been ideas, this may have been things that you wanted to have but you could not have, so you had to let some of your expectations go. And 2026 January will be kind of a sweet change after that huge period of growing up and a huge period of making sacrifices, accepting things as they were. This time you'll find some comfort. Sorry about the background noise, but you'll find some comfort, some peace in the fact that you will likely not want to settle for anything less than you deserve uh, in the next year. I think these energies will play out for the rest of the year for you, but I think in January, Sagittarius is you will likely not want to settle. You will likely not want to be less than happy because you have experienced 2025 that way, or maybe the year before that and the year before that. For myself, I know for a fact that I've not really been happy since 2020 2019, if I'm to be honest. So anyone before that, I'm not really a very optimistic kind of a person, which is not a brag really, but we are the way we are, right? Yeah. I think 2026 in itself and January especially will be a period of bridging the gap between your expectations of how things should be and how in accepting for things for what they are and changing them when required. Believe in the infinite possibilities of the universe. Yeah, things may, wherever in your life things may have been less than perfect, disappointing, hurtful, painful, chaotic, dark, maybe wherever you had to settle, you will now say, no, I'm not doing that. I want better, and I know I want better because I deserve better. So that may have been a harsh lesson that you may have had to learn in 2025. So in January, you're maybe saying enough is enough. I am done learning all these lessons, and for once I want to be happy. You're breaking free from the chains of your own expectations, maybe the expectations of those around you and the people you thought who loved you but didn't really treat you right. So yeah, in January, you're breaking yourself free, Sagittarius. And we have the Temperance card. So I feel the universe is also kind of supporting you, if not pushing you through this change, because we have an angel and we have the devil. So yeah, and we have the bridge. So I do get why you may have been the way you may have been, considering the fact that there may have been people in your life which were less than perfect, which were toxic, maybe addicts, liars, gamblers, whatever. And they may have made you doubt yourself, second guess yourself, question yourself. And now that you're learning, I'm really sorry about the background noise. There's a main road right in front of my house, and I don't really have any other option than to record it this way. Maybe in the future, when my living situation changes, I'll be able to do noise free readings. I'm really, really sorry about the vehicles noise right now. But let's get back to the reading anyway. So, yeah, wherever in your life things may have been disappointing, hurtful, chaotic, full of lies and illusions, I feel some of these illusions may have been self created. You may kind of have a habit of sometimes maybe overcomplicated things for yourself. I know I do that, and some of you may be like me, and some of you may have had people make you second guess yourself, question yourself, doubt yourself. Your innocence may have been challenged or hurt in 2025, and now you're learning to claim your power back, and now you're learning to basically be assertive and embrace things for what they are and change them when needed. You're learning not to settle, Sagittarius, and that's a very, very big life lesson for all of us. And next, let's ask about your personal life. What's changing in your personal life? Yeah, you won't be settling for lies anymore. You're accepting, embracing, understanding your worth, and you're choosing not to settle for anything less than you deserve. You're choosing not to be forced to stay in the dark. You're choosing not to fight yourselves, your instincts, your belief systems, your whatever. Basically, you're learning not to fight yourself on things that you do want and things that you do not want. You learn to say goodbye without wanting to please other people, without wanting to impress other people with your forbearance. I think some of us have a habit of settling for things that we don't even like and don't even want, but we settle anyway. To show people how we love. For some of us, accepting things that we don't really want, unfortunately, has become our love language, and that needs to change. And it's the way we express love by not saying anything. And when the thing is, when you don't say anything, people don't know, right? They don't know what you don't want, and sometimes you just have to persist. Sometimes you just have to just say enough is enough. Sometimes you have to stop settling. Sometimes a part of forbearance and whatever it facing challenges or resilience is about standing up for what you believe in, standing up for things that you're not really okay with. And that's, I think, the main lesson you're learning right now. I think you'll be choosing your own happiness. You'll be choosing you'll be choosing what you want and not things that other people want from you. And that's a very, very big change. And I feel this is not a change that can happen really over a month or so, or even really 2 months or so. I think this is a long term change which we will be now choosing to initiate. I think this may be part of your resolution, or this may have been something that you may have been working on for a long time now. And January is when really the breakthrough hits, and January is when you decide that enough is enough. January is when you put up boundaries. January is not Jan, January is when you really stop settling for the darkness, for things that you don't deserve, for the lies. And January is when you really stand up for yourself, for things that you love, for people that you love. I think in January you may want to fight a battle, and again, if the fight is right, never step back from it. That's a lesson that many of us need to learn, me included. So there's that. If the fight is right, don't back down, and never settle for anything less than you deserve. Never settle for lies. Never settle for people who are not fully honest, who keep you in the dark, who make you second guess yourself, doubt your beliefs. Never settle for people who do not honor your emotions the way they should. All right. What's changing in your love life in January 2026? And we'll get the oracle card first this time. Forgotten art. Take the time to rest and recharge. Yeah, for some of you, some of you will be taking a break from your love life. You may have been done connecting with people who made you, like I said in the previous question, second guess yourself, doubt yourself, make you settle for less, made you people pleasers, made it absolutely essential for you to put up with your nonsense. Yeah, you're taking risks, Sagittarius, in January 2020. 6, you're learning. Um, with the rest and recharge, and this card, the 7 of Wands and the Fool, I am getting that some of you need to stop fighting it. There may be someone in your life who wants to be with you, and you may like them as well, but you may be holding yourself back from engaging with them because of all the, again, second guessing and insecurities that you may be feeling. But at the same time, it's time to take a chance on yourself. Some of you may have been careless with your own heart and trusted other people with it, and this may have caused you to then retreat and hold yourself back from engaging in any further connection because you were hurt, you were manipulated, you were lied to. But while the magician can be a manipulator, a liar, whatever, basically all the icky things that you don't really want in your partner, and fool is also careless and reckless. So some of you definitely engaged with people who were less than good for you and settled for it, and you suffered as a result. And now you may be putting walls up around you. And the message I'm getting for you is that make sure that you do not block people who love you genuinely, and love you not just in the romantic sense. Make sure that you do not block people who genuinely make you happy out from your life because you're trying to avoid that one person, or that or those two people who, or whosoever you're trying to block out. Make sure that you don't distance yourself from people whose company you actually enjoy, with whom you want to spend time. And I'm getting that January, it does not really look like a dating month for me, but it's definitely a month where things do change for you, where you decide to spend time with people that you care about, who care about you as well, people who are good for you, people who do not make you second guess yourself, doubt yourself, question yourself. It's not really a huge month for falling in love, but it's a month for inviting changes, for making changes, for accepting that maybe yes, you were hurt in your past, but that does not mean that you will be hurt for the rest of your life. With the forgotten arts, I'm also getting that some of you may have forgotten, uh, some of you may have been single for some time, and some of you may have been with people, like I said, who did not really make you happy, who made you second guess yourself, who made you doubt yourself. And at the same time, with the forgotten arts, I think it's time for you to be okay with the unfamiliar. um it's time for you to accept a new life. It's time for you to maybe start going on dates. And if it's not dates, yeah, sorry, for some of you, um, maybe it's time to start going on dates and maybe explore what else is out there. And that's when probably you will realize that the not everyone in your life is like abusive or hurtful. Not everyone wants to hurt you, not everyone wants to harm you in any way. For people who are in relationships already, I'm getting that January is really when you spend some quiet time with your partner. Well, you want to spend some quality time with them, spend time maybe making some changes, maybe moving in together. If it's not moving in together, then buying something together. That's definitely there with the Fool, and because the Fool is a new beginning and the Magician one. So for some of you, it's making changes that you've been waiting for a long time, because now you feel ready. If you're already in a relationship, but there is always an inner voice and the initial hesitancy that we all feel before making any big change. So for those of you who resonate with this, I'm getting that listen to your heart, allow, yeah, take things slow, no need to rush. Take your time to feel comfortable, move at a pace which you're comfortable with. It's okay to not rush into it, but it's also okay to move at pace which makes you feel safe and comfortable and okay. And if you're feeling hesitancy, it's likely for a reason, but at the same time, if it's just nervousness, then maybe talk to your friends about what's happening and why you're feeling nervous about it. It's time for you to communicate your feelings. Eight of Wands is also about communication. It's time for you to come out of silence. It's time for you to stop holding yourself back from expressing emotions. It's time for you to stop holding yourself back from being your best self. It's time for you to stop holding yourself back from taking risks. Even when you feel scared, especially when you feel scared, it's important that you do at least one thing that makes you proud of yourself in that moment. It doesn't have to be the thing that you were scared of, but do one thing that makes you proud of yourself. Whenever you're scared or making big decisions that you don't really feel ready for, so you start believing in yourself, so you start believing in your ability to make good decisions. For some of you, self-love may be the theme with the high priestess and the two of cups. For though, yeah, again, for those of you who are in relationships, you may be making big changes, which makes sense because it's new year, and it's in really, some of you may be announcing your relationship maybe to your parents, to your family members, to people um, who you love. And I think you'll be surprised to know that they had a hunch anyway. So it's not really as big of a change as you think it is. But yeah, I get the nervousness about it, and I get the hesitancy. For singles and for those of you who are not currently in relationship, the message I'm getting that you need to figure out what would make you happy, what makes you happy. And this also looks like an archway to me. This is also an archway. So it's January is definitely a doorway month for you. If it does not make you, if it's not like you will find your big love in February because January is a doorway month, but it's time to do things for you. Although that may happen, but it's time for you to do things that you enjoy, that makes you happy. It's time to embrace who you are and stop settling for less than you deserve. It's time to choose your own inner happiness. It's time to yeah, stop holding yourself back from expressing the love that's in your heart. It's time to stop that. It's time to be who you are unapologetically. Some of you like to live private lives, not really share your feelings. But if you don't share your feelings even with the people who love you, and that may be for multiple reasons, like I said, but if you don't share your feelings, they might not know. Not everyone is good at reading minds. Some of you feel lonely because you don't let yourself feel happy. You don't let yourself engage in activities that you enjoy because maybe you fear judgment from people that you look up to. Would he do this? Would she do this? Would XYZ do this? But it doesn't really matter. If you're enjoying what you're doing, and if your inner heart is not against it, there's no reason for you to not do something. Again, you do everything in moderation. It's not like if you love drinking, the entire month of January you should spend drinking. It's not like that. You know what your soul knows what's best for you. You know what's best for you. Trust your inner wisdom. Trust your discretion. Trust yourself first and foremost before you really put your faith in anyone else. So let's now go to careers. What's happening in your career, Sagittarius? Uh, Justice. I think harness your inner strength and courage to overcome challenges. Yeah. So if you're in a work situation wherein your seniors or your managers and supervisors are harsh, then I think you will learn how to manage them better, and you learn how to basically say your mind in such situations. You have harness your inner strength and courage to overcome challenges. Although justice is not all negative, it's, yeah, it can mean that someone in your life is strict and has very rigid ideas about what's right and what's wrong. But justice does not mean wrong ideas about what's right, what's wrong. So it's not in reverse. It's not that things have been unfair. It's that you're making some changes in your life that would make you happy. Maybe the justice and the sun and this card, and I think maybe some of you will be choosing work life balance, will be engaging in activities that help you balance your life better. Maybe some of you may be switching to work that you enjoy more, that makes more sense, that makes you feel passionate, and that makes you feel happy. And for those of you who are happy, it's a card in January. Uh, uh, yeah, maybe it's time for you to define your own principles with three swords here. It's time for you to define your own principles, become your own leader. Some of you may be stepping into leadership roles again, that may be because of a switch or because you're starting your own business or engaging in something which feels more meaningful to your soul. Some of you are finding definitely your untapped hidden potential with the sunlight falling on the sword like this. Some of you are discovering leadership abilities in you for the first time in your life, and that may be surprising because you didn't see that coming. So there's that. And yeah, some of you are stepping in, basically you're doing things that feel to me more meaningful, that feel more aligned with your true essence. Yeah, some of you may have been hesitant again to do that. Some of you may feel that you're not ready to step into a leadership role, or you're not ready to be by yourself, to sorry, to start your own business. You may not feel confident enough, you may not feel capable enough. Some of you may be feeling that you can't really stand in the competition given the way things are in the market. But with the sun card, spirit wants you to know that things will be just fine. Even if you feel like things are out of balance initially, overall everything will work out just fine. Yeah, it's okay for things to be chaotic initially, especially if you're making a big change in your life, or if you're trying to make a big change in your life. That's not really a bad thing. Some of you will be finding things that do make you happy amidst the chaos that is your career, right? I think you'll be engaging in things that make you more feel aligned, passionate, alive, and that's a good thing, Sagittarius. So don't really shy away from making these changes with the Nine of Wands. If you're not happy with where things are, I think you will be choosing, and the start will be small. I'm not saying that, oh my god, you will be a millionaire in January. It's just that this will be a small start with the potential to lead to somewhere better. You'll be discovering your leadership abilities, your entrepreneurial skills. Um, yeah, you'll be discovering something new about yourself, so that's good. And you may feel hesitant initially, you may feel like you're not ready to make such a big change, you may feel that you're not ready to maybe work by yourself. But I feel in January and maybe in February also, you will receive recognition for the difference that you're trying to make through your work. You'll receive confirmation from the universe if that's what you desire, but you'll receive signs that will help you make feel more confident. You don't have to navigate your life changes by yourself. No one really needs to do that. If you ask for help, help will be delivered. Maybe it will not come in the way you expect, but yes, it will be delivered. Okay, for the next question, we are doing how is what spiritual attunement are you receiving in January 2026? We feel if you're not happy in life in general, then I feel you'll be rediscovering passion with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, but passion does fizzle out. Be little careful about that. Yeah, embrace the cycles of life, death, and rebirth without fear. Yeah, passion does fizzle out. I feel you will be mastering duality in January. So if you are not happy with the way things are, I think no one is ever happy with the way things are. But if you've been working towards your professional goals, maybe, or towards feeling spiritually content, and you feel um, most people consider spirituality as a thing that's supposed to quiet them down. Well, there are people who are supposed to quiet that, sorry, I think I need to express myself in a better way. But when you think about spirituality, most of us think that it's something that's supposed to quiet our minds, that's supposed to make us want silent. But well, for some people who are sad, people who are upset, and people who, in general, you don't need. Sometimes spirituality can feel like like fire. It lights up your world. And it doesn't need to be quiet. It doesn't need to be silent, but it needs to help you. And I think for some of you, you don't need quiet right now. You need something. You need a fire. You need something bold to, help you get rid of that rut you may be in, help you get rid of that stagnancy that you may be feeling. And I think that's what's happening spiritually for you. In January, you learn, um, you'll gain perspective basically on, um, you may feel that your spiritual path is slightly different from others, and you learn to embrace that. For some of you, if things have been very stagnant for you, you learn to be happy with the way things are and make changes. Some people are more comfortable with settling with whatever life throws at them than fighting for it, and they're going to learn to fight. And that's a lesson, a spiritual attunement in itself. And for some of you, you need fire, more fire in your life to feel alive. You need to take more risks, you need to have more fun. And it's good to be careful about consequences, but fear and paranoia will only make you stay stuck in situations that you're anyway not happy in. So in January, you're learning to put a fight with two knights. Yeah, we have two nights here. So in January, you're definitely learning to want to go after what you want, to go after your desires, and to basically embrace the things are not always. Some of you will be discovering your spiritual gifts in situations that you never really thought that you would, in very unexpected, with the death energy here, in very unexpected ways. um, Again, spirituality is rarely love and light. I don't really even like that, because it's more about navigating darkness and finding your light in those dark moments that you feel so fucking stuck in. Most people who are really looking for anything spiritual are not happy with their lives. Most people, I'm not saying if you're happy you can't be spiritual, sorry. Sorry about that. But I'm not saying that people who are spiritual cannot be happy. But most people really who are looking for spiritual answers are generally dissatisfied with some area of their life, and that dissatisfaction is huge enough for them to do something, or to go with the unfamiliar, to trust what they do not know over what they do know, because what they do know is downright depressing. And that's okay. I think spiritually, it's, you may not want to, I think silent meditations is not really the way to be uh, for you right now with this energy. I think you may really want to change things up and maybe go do movement meditations. Yeah, sorry, I had to take another break, but I pulled two cards during it. So, what? Yeah, for some people, spirituality is not really about all love and light. Sometimes it's about navigating darkness, processing grief, processing difficult feelings, processing difficult emotions. And I feel spiritually, you learn how to master emotions that right now may make you almost want to give up. And yeah, for you, some of you, it's going to be about emotional healing. If you've been hurt, if you feel damaged, if you feel fragile, I feel you learn to believe in your own strength to um, navigate the situation. I have my own oracle that I'll do a walkthrough sometime later during the week. But yeah, there's one card in it that says you won't need to trust the process if you trust your ability to survive, and that's the energy I'm getting from all this card in this spread. And we have two nights here, so it's definitely time to go after the solutions. It's definitely time to release the heartache, the pain that you feel, and it's time to embrace the cycles of life. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're not happy, sometimes things are chaotic, sometimes things are better. So it's time to embrace all that. It's life, it's the way things are, and it's okay. We learn things on our own time. Okay, so we're down with our sixth set of card pulls, and we're asking now, how is the universe? How will the universe surprise you in 2026 January? Money, nice. Again, abundance. Oh, abandoned temple. Release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully. Yeah, this message makes more sense with the cards we pulled for the spiritual attunement. But notice a theme of open archways, and I think not all the cards in this deck are about archways. Yeah, no, they're not. So we're getting a lot of open archways. So do search for spiritual meaning of an archway, if there is one online. But I think there will be. Yeah. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I accidentally made a mess, so I want to clear that first. Yeah. So do search for spiritual meanings of archways, but release fears and doubts that hold you back from living fully, which makes sense. I think the universe will help you see that you're not as what's the opposite of, you're not as fearful as you think you are. You may be just a little bit hesitant. Some of you were hurt by the people you trusted, and as a result, you learn to shy away from people. You learn to not express yourself. You learn to not be who you are. You learn to not allow yourself to be fully authentic, and you're unlearning that in January. And some of you will be surprised to see your own strengths in the coming year. Some of you in the universe will surprise you financially by delivering more work opportunities. Yeah, some of you again will be stepping in leadership positions with the Empress. Some of you will be finding new friends. Some of you will be overcoming the burdens that you carry. And I think these friends and this newfound sense of confidence and assertiveness will really help you with that. So that's really good, Sagittarius. But yes, you're learning to release the burdens, you're learning to ask for help, you're learning to embrace your leadership potential, you're learning to embrace your true power, you're learning to participate in activities that feel more aligned with your true self, that make you feel happy, that make you feel surprised. And I think whatever you're doing, some of you will be surprised with I think you're not really, I think you'll do something in January which you don't really expect to enjoy, but you do anyway. And I think that will be a nice surprise for you. Sorry, so yeah, some of you maybe will you will do something which you're not 100% comfortable in with the page and the three. This may be something new, a new skill which you may be learning, or a new way to do what you already do. But some of you are definitely learning new skills, and you'll be surprised at how good you are at them. And I think instead of you feeling that you do not belong, you will find that your peers actually end up looking up to you for how quickly you're able to learn this new skill. Okay, so that's good. For the last question, anything else you need to know, we'll pull the oracle card from this deck, which is Starship Oracle. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Yeah, don't try to, if things don't feel like they are the way they should be, if things don't feel comfortable to you, instead of giving up, yeah, seek guidance, ask for help. If you're not okay with something, first of all, verbalize it. Know what you want and what you don't want, and the only way you can really do that is by engaging in activities which are not familiar to you, so you know whether or not you like it in the first place. And if you don't like it, don't be afraid to vocalize that. You have a right to say that I'm not okay with something, that I don't like something, so you can find something that you do enjoy instead. So throughout January, if there is ever a day or anything wherein you feel that you're unfamiliar or uncomfortable with something, make sure that you vocalize it, because unless you express what you want, things cannot change. But once you do, sorry, but once you do, that's when you will notice things change in your life. Next, we have the unicorn card. Believe in the magic and the wonder of your dreams and aspirations. Yeah. Believe in yourself, Sagittarius. Explore more than you normally do. Be open to making changes in your life. Be open to participate in unfamiliar situations, like I said. Be open to ask for your help. You are not alone. You're guided by masters and teachers of the highest realm. Yeah, the herbal village. Seek guidance from those who came before you. These are very similar messages. So be open to ask for help. It's okay if you don't know something. It's okay if you're not okay with something. It's completely okay if you don't like something. You can say that, because once you allow yourself, and you don't have to make it a big public thing, like I don't like this, I need to announce to the universe that I absolutely fucking hate numbers, so please create the world for me wherein I won't have to calculate even a little bit. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to be comfortable in your own skin. It's okay if you're not good at something, because there are other things that you will be good at with the previous messages that we got. Yeah. Own your likes and dislikes. And if you don't know what you like or dislike, maybe participate more in activities which you have not done yet. Explore more. Allow yourself to explore more. Allow yourself to like what you like, dislike what you don't like. You have a right. And surrender when things feel like they're not in your hands. Sometimes they're not in your hands for a reason. That's all I'm about to say about that. Alright, that's about it, Sagittarius. If you like this reading, let me know. I'll do more of these if I get a good response. I don't really have a set sequence in which I'm going to do these readings. So if you comment your zodiac sign, I'll do your need reading next.